Educational mashups. What are they and why should I use them? The term mashup is the combining of two or more sources of data to form a new data set. The term originated within the music industry to describe a combining of two or more soundtracks into a new one. This term has carried over to represent the combining of two or more web sources to create something new. Educational mashups just refers to the use of mashups for learning and creativity in education. Creating an educational mashup can be a fun way to engage the students and help them learn new skills. One of the low-level mashups mentioned in one of the articles I read was using iGoogle, NetVibes, or Yahoo, or something similar as your browser's homepage. Using one of these mashups as your homepage allows you to pull together the feeds that you want to see. It's kind of like having a dashboard with all the important information right in front of you. I've used iGoogle for years and love it. Occasionally over the years I've changed out some gadgets for other gadgets, but I've always had a few main ones that are constant. A few that are constant are my Google bookmarks, right here, which I have set to my email links folder. I also have quite a few different other folders that have different links in them, but the email is the main one I use because I access that regularly. I also have a Facebook gadget, which helps me to stay up to date with family and friends, and I have my Twitter feed, my personal learning network, available at all times. Below these gadgets, I have my Google Reader, and I have a calculator, and I also have Moki, my virtual cat. Now he meows and purrs, and I can make his ear twitch, and he can play. He follows my mouse. Anyways, he's kind of fun to play with sometimes. And then further down, below these gadgets, I have goals, a countdown that I use, Google Calendar, where I keep all of my appointments and everything else, and my weather channel, so that I can see what the weather is on a regular basis. These gadgets all help me to stay in touch throughout the day, and this is my dashboard. For the educational mashup assignment, I decided to create a visual and audio map of one of my favorite walkways in Plainwell, Michigan. I call it the Plainwell River Walk. To do this, you first create a map. So normally when you would just go to Maps, Google Maps, I'm going to click on My Places here, and you can create a map. And this is where you'd be able to create a personal map of whatever area you wanted to. And you could search for the different places, and you give it a name and description. I've already created the map. It's called Plainwell's Riverwalk Sherwood Park to Hicks Park. So I'm just going to pull up this map. And just to show you what I did to actually add these things, and I will show you how to add a photo. I added both photos and videos along the Riverwalk. Click on Edit, and you have the ability to draw. You can draw a line, which is what I did, to follow the whole route. You can draw a line along the roads, and you can also draw a shape. And then you can add a place mark, and this is where you then can add a video, and you can embed a video. You can add a description or comments, or you can embed a photo from Flickr. And then this is the Select Edit Map features. So I'm going to add a place mark, and I'm going to add it right here. And I'm going to change this to purple to match the other ones. This is going to be the old paper mill. I'm going to click on Edit HTML so I can actually embed HTML in here. So then I'm going to go to my Flickr feed, And I already have the picture selected that I'm going to add. As you can tell, I actually have several different kinds, but I've already used some of these, so I'm going to use this one, which I don't really have on the map yet. So then click on share, I grab the HTML BBC code, and I copy that. I did a Control C. You could also go here and copy. Then I am going to go back to my map, click inside there, and do a paste. Then I'm just going to click on rich text, make sure it's there, and click OK. And that's what I did on all of these. I drew the line first, goes all the way from approximately area of Sherwood Park, and it comes across the river, and it goes all along the river. This river walk then goes under North Main Street. It goes by the paper mill, and then there's a walkway over the mill race that kind of is like a dam below. There's a dam below, and the water rushes over this, so then you're able to walk above that and take pictures or watch the water, and then you follow along the mill race. It's Kalamazoo River, but they had it, they call it the mill race portion of it, and I have taken pictures all along here. Then you go under M89, and this is Hicks Park area. So I have pictures inserted all along here, and I have a few videos of a small group of guys playing banjos and guitars this past summer, right there. So let me click done, and I'll just show you real quick. For example, that was just a leaf that I took a picture of. Over here, this was just by the river. That's another one that I just took last week. Some of these I took last year. A few of them I took just in the last few weeks. And see, here's the video that I embedded from YouTube. And we can play it.
City women will bring you grief and sorrow. Girls are as sweet as they can be. City women are as cold as they are shallow. But a country girl's love.
And this is my educational mashup. What I would plan to have with students, or what students could do, teachers could do with students, is some type of special vacation they took with their families, or a trip they'd like to go on. It could also be a history map of some trip they are learning about, or a geography lesson. So it could be any of these. And this is an example of a very common but kind of interesting and fun educational mashup using Google Maps, Flickr, and YouTube.